They hurt you based on your thinking about you. So tell me about your childhood, Alison, and then I'll tell you why the fuck you ended up in a really bad marriage for 26 years. I had a wonderful childhood. It's this 26-year-old marriage that hurt me. I thought I would cure him. No, guys, fuck me. What? Some of you really aren't getting this. It's not the relationships you have now that fucked you up. It's your thoughts about yourself that fucked up the relationship. Then the relationship didn't work. It's not the fucking relationship. You get yourself into the relationships you get into, and the relationships turn into the relationship you end up in because of your thoughts about yourself. The person is only reflecting your thoughts about yourself. Fuck me, Alison. Have you never been here in your whole fucking life? Apparently it's your other person's problem, all your self-concept issues and all your childhood shit you're blaming on the person who you were with for 26 years. Well, why the fuck did you stay in a 26-year marriage that was apparently very unhappy and they hurt you? How long in the 26 years, darling, were you hurt? Were you hurt for like 20 of those years or 6 of them or a year? Because fuck me, darling, you stuck around in a really bad marriage. Why did you do that? And don't tell me it's because I love them or because we had children or because I couldn't afford to leave or la 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 la. All those reasons are I'm not good enough. I have no self-worth. I don't think someone will love me. I can't believe I could achieve by myself and set up my own business and look after my children by myself, etc., etc., fucking etc. So don't blame your person for the fact that you stuck around in a 26-year relationship and they hurt you. They hurt you based on your thinking about you. So tell me about your childhood, Alison, and then I'll tell you why the fuck you ended up in a really bad marriage for 26 years. And if you thought you could cure him, well, guess what? You either manifested him from the very beginning, a fucked up person who had issues that you needed to cure, which is a sure sign that you've got severe, I'm not chosen, I'm not a priority issues, which is when you attract someone and you need to help or advise or cure, okay, because you want to be the helper and you mother them and you overgive them people please, okay, or they turned into that during the marriage because you overgave them people please and put them on a pedestal the whole fucking time and then you became the caregiver and the mother of your husband. And it's like the most unattractive thing to a man, you mothering them and looking after them and giving them advice and curing them and thinking they're the problem. When it's your thinking that caused you to attract in a person in the first place who needed curing. So why did you not end up with a man who was perfect from the start and great from the start who didn't need curing? I know, because that's based on your self-concept. And they will simply reflect your self-concept. So you will attract someone in who's an alcoholic or got issues or not prioritizing you and prioritizing himself when you don't feel a priority. You will attract someone in who you need to help when you people please and overgive, because that's your role in life apparently, to overgive and people please and cure someone. So when they hurt you because they wouldn't take your cure or be different, it was unfortunately because you blamed them for all your problems and didn't realize the reason why you attracted in that person in the very first place was about you. So tell me about your childhood. He was drug addicted and put my trust in God, the guy would get help. Oh, well, darling, you're God, so I don't know what you're talking about, this entity outside of you called God. Unfortunately, you haven't read the Bible correctly and understood that you are God. Do you not realize that Jesus Christ is in you? You are all God. So unfortunately, you kind of misunderstood the Bible. So go and read some Neville. And secondly, you attracted in a drug addict from the very beginning because you don't feel a priority or chosen. That's how you end up with addicts. Because they'll choose drugs over you. And they'll just reflect your self-concept of, I'm not good enough, I'm not chosen, you won't choose me, and then they don't, they choose drugs. Right? It's nothing to do with them. Why'd you stay with them? Why'd you end up with them? If you knew they were a drug addict from the beginning, why did you end up in a relationship with them? I did misunderstand the Bible, but that other shit ain't true about me. Yes, it is. Alison, you must not feel a priority in yourself if you ended up with a drug addict and you stayed. That's how people stay with addicts, unfortunately. I've been with addicts, I know. Okay, I'm sorry, you're not facing your own stuff. And if you're coming from a religious background, you probably aren't at all. Because religion doesn't force you to face yourself. It puts everything outside of you and everything outside of you is going to cure your life. No, you are God. Who said I knew he was a drug addict from the beginning? Slow down. I didn't say you knew he was, but sometimes when you do, that's about your self-concept, you still choose them. However, if they turn into one, then why did you stay? That's about your self-concept, because you don't feel a priority or chosen by them. Go and watch all my videos, darling, because you're a bit lost. And you're probably thinking I'm blaming you and saying, oh, it's all your fault. I'm not saying that at all. The whole purpose of my account is to understand your deep subconscious thought that's running your life and ruining your life and hurting you. And if you don't want to face it, you'll think I'm actually blaming you and you won't be able to hear me. And you'll get all triggered by what I'm saying. And a lot of people get very triggered by what I'm saying when they don't want to learn and they don't want to change. So if you want to change, I beg you to go to my YouTube and start from the beginning and watch the How to Manifest playlist. Then go to the How to Manifest Your Specific Person, because that goes deep into issues. And there is a particular video there where a person has a person who's addicted to a substance, and I talk about their self-concept issues as how they got in that relationship in the first place and why they stayed. Then you'll understand this. Otherwise, you'll perpetuate this for the rest of your life, and you'll end up with another addict or another person who doesn't choose you or another person who doesn't prioritize you, and then you'll be blaming them for your problems, and the problem's you. Got it?